If you show respect to the squad, that's a big up. I want my money in the grave. First we gotta dig up.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's me, your boy Bakerboy.
You already know who the best rapper under 30 years old is. What y'all doing, man? What's up?
Man, what's good, man? Once again, we back with the M&O Podshow, man. We hope everybody doing good. We gonna always lead with that, man, because we really mean that, bro. Like, I pray that everybody doing all right. They being safe through this time, man. What about you, Cicero? How you been, man?
I've been good, man. I'm hours going down a little bit at work because, you know, the way hours are set up at work, it goes based on the store sales. And since everybody's not shopping as much right now, the sales kind of down, so hours are down. But I actually kind of like it, though, because I'm able to hit the studio a lot more. I'm able to put more work in on the podcast. So like I say, never look at something as an excuse to just sit back. You know what I mean? Always find something good out of it.
That's what's up, man. And that's the thing with me, bro. Like, you know, even though they cut my hours a little bit with my job, well, not so much as cut our hours, they cut our pay. Yeah. It sucks. But, you know, I teach, so we're wrapping it up next week. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to have more time to, you know, be more creative. So I can't wait. I can't wait for that, man.
And I'm looking on like the status of the country right now. It seems like numbers are slowly going down. Like, you know, New York, where it's like the worst right now. I think today was the first time since March that their daily death tolls were under 100,
which is crazy.
Which is actually a really good improvement. So hopefully it keeps going like this. Stuff is starting to open back up. That doesn't mean the virus is gone, but at least that means we're making progress. So
it's crazy that we looking for lower death tolls.
Yeah, it's crazy.
People are still dying, but we're just hoping for the least amount. Right? How insane is that, bro?
It's so twisted, bro. But so apparently there's another universe somewhere, bro. Which is crazy. I mean, that's like something you only see in a movie, man.
But, you know, we spoke about that before, man. Like,
I think it was like 2 episodes ago, maybe we talked about that. Yeah.
All of these planets, I don't believe is there for no reason, man. Like I feel we are naive to think that we're the only humans.
I'll never believe that, man.
Species that's just happen to be on Earth, and all these other billion planets are just floating around for us to talk about in science class.
Yeah, I'll never, ever believe it, bro.
Makes no sense to me. And the whole process of, you know, how complicated the universe is, how could it be just complicated for no reason? You know what I mean? Like, what you think about that, man? Like,
apparently, bro, in this universe, time goes backwards. That's probably the part that's, like, catching me the most. Because it's like, everybody thinks time travel is impossible, but it's like somehow the universe is going backwards and stuff like that. So if I was still in school, I'd definitely be sitting in a chair paying attention to this one, but I'm not, and I'm probably never going to see this parallel universe, so I don't really think it matters to me that much.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think people get it, though. I think that when we talk about time travel, we assume that if we go back, we can go back and change things. And no, that's not time travel. Time travel to me, or to, you know, what I believe it may be, is that we can just reverse the speed of things. In other words, you can go backwards to the point to where you can probably go into yesterday.
Okay.
Not in other words, like, okay, you know how in Alaska there's half the year it's like dark and then half
half the year is,
so if you just go back the opposite direction really fast, it'll just be daylight again. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
Not that anything, you know, physically would change.
That's crazy, bro.
I always wondered that. I've seen a video where you can see the night and the dark at the same time. Like, somebody was on a cruise ship, and they had the camera facing one way and it faced the other way. And I'm not talking about like you just see like the sun going down. No, it's completely dark one direction.
That's wild, bro.
And the sun is shining in the other direction.
That is crazy. That is wild. That's like something. That's like you seen like a real life screensaver or something like that. That's crazy.
It's videos. If everybody gets a chance, you know, check it out on YouTube. But it's a lot of videos dealing with stuff like that. And, you know, of course, in nowadays, you know, I'm a photographer, so I know people can manipulate videos and a lot of things. So, you know, be careful that you don't believe everything that you see, but understand that, you know, there's a lot of things out there that we don't know. Yeah. And I don't think people even give it enough thought to consider that, yo, why would it be just Earth?
Makes no sense at all, bro. Literally none at all.
All of these planets we learned about in school, and you gonna tell me it's just life here on Earth?
And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't even really need proof. Like, you don't need evidence. It's just like, just use your head, bro. Like, Really, like you really believe it. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense at all to me.
And if we were to be the only ones here, we wouldn't need all these other planets. Like,
Exactly. They'd be there for no reason.
So I've always said
To look at night, basically.
yeah, I get stars and all this other stuff, but when you tell me that there's planets beyond planets beyond planets beyond planets, and we even spoke before, we don't even know everything that's here on Earth. There's parts of Earth that people don't even know exist. Like there's parts of the ocean that we can't even reach yet.
Yep, Mariana Trench and stuff like that. Yo, and Bermuda Triangle, that stuff freaks people out. And it's like I told you a few episodes ago, we know more about the moon than we do our own planet. So then imagine how little we know about the universe.
There's caves
it's crazy
here in the world that we can't reach the bottom of. You know what I mean? How crazy is that?
And like parts of the ocean where like we'll get crushed to pieces if we try to go down there.
Bro, they found
squids down there chilling, man.
A new creature not too long ago, like that they never seen before because the pressure is so impactful down there that if you ever been to the bottom of the pool, one time I went down 13 feet, bro.
Yeah.
Never again.
You feel it. You feel it for sure.
I went down 13 feet and it felt like all of the pool was sitting on my shoulders.
Yeah.
I was scared.
Now imagine 7 miles, bro.
That's
crazy. Back when I was a kid, I used to do swimming and stuff like that, and like actual swimming. I'd be on a team and stuff like that, and they used to have us practice diving, and they had us do a diving test where we had to jump off the diving board into a 30-foot pool, and we had to go all the way to the bottom.
Can't do it.
I've never been so scared in my life, bro. Going to the bottom,
bro.
You can't hear anything down there. You like hear the water moving, and it sounds so scary, and like the stuff in the water move, like everything feels so tight. You know that you better not run out of breath because you are so far from getting another breath. It's so scary.
Bro, that happened to me at 13 feet. I never forget. I was in the summer program in marine biology.
Yeah.
And working with the YMCA. Mm-hmm. And they had us at one of those Olympic-sized pools.
Yeah.
And, you know, all of the kids jumping in like with no fear. So, you know, here go me
kids
not
are
trying
fearless.
to be a punk. And I should have been a punk. People, it's okay to be a punk sometimes. You know, I jumped in and listening to the lifeguards. Oh, just blow out your air and you'll go down.
Heck no, bro. Like, if you blow your air, you go down. But it's like, hello, I have no air to breathe or no air to hold on to when I'm down there.
Up took forever. I literally had to push off the ground.
Yeah.
And literally like kick. And I couldn't get I didn't get to the top fast enough. So never again, bro.
You know, like when you when you diving and stuff like that, or you go super deep, you're not supposed to come up fast. You know that, right? You can get I forgot what it's called, but like there are divers that like they get conditions and like the blood cells in their bloodstreams and stuff like that where like they get like they almost die if they come up too fast and stuff like that because you depressurizing your body way too fast. You know what I mean?
And I didn't know that. Like that is so true.
I forgot where I saw that, but it's like when I heard that stuff, it's like I go 6 feet in the pool and I'm coming up slow, man. I ain't trying to, you know. That stuff's scary.
Man, it's extremely scary to me, bro. So we want you guys to give us a comment. You know, let us know what you think. Like, do you think all of these other planets are out there for no reason?
And do you think we can actually get to this parallel universe at some point in our lifetime? Probably not, but let us know what you guys think, man.
You see, they already planning trips to the moon. Like, you could buy a trip. I forgot who's doing it, but one of these rich guys
might have been Elon Musk.
Might have been. I'm gonna look it up, but
I feel like it's probably him.
They're trying to have it where you can purchase a trip to the moon.
Hey, yo, if I could do that in my lifetime, I'm gonna try it out.
Bro, you got to do your first album on the moon, man. Your first real rap video.
If Elon Musk can get me to the moon by 2022, I'll drop the debut album from up there. Elon, make it happen, man. For
real though, man. So, hey, you know, leave comments, man. We want to know what you guys think. So, we're gonna switch it up and a hot topic this week.
Mr. Joe Biden.
Mr. Joe Biden.
We got a lot to say about you.
I want to know what you think, man, because I had a conversation with some of my friends, and you know they already formed their opinions about voting, and they feel like it doesn't matter, you know, and they have their reasons, and I understand through what people have been through that it doesn't matter, but you know, one of the conversations I was having with them is that how the media tries to twist people's words.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier today. Yeah,
you know, even with the whole Trump thing, it was one thing for somebody to say that he told people to inject disinfectant and bleach,
something like that into themselves,
and it's a whole other thing from how he actually said it. You know what I mean?
Not even Trump is dumb enough to say that, bro.
Even when Trump says these things to me, we got to be smart enough to know what to take serious and not take serious. But when it comes down to Joe Biden, man, I've seen, correct me if I'm wrong, I've seen the interview. I watched the interview. I saw nothing wrong with the interview.
I didn't either.
People keep talking about he apologized. I don't know if it's on another platform. Somebody please send it to me because I didn't see him apologize for what he said.
He said it like he meant it. And for people who don't, like for those of you who haven't seen what he said, he basically, I think he was on a Zoom call with Charlamagne the God from the Breakfast Club, and he basically, like, I think it sounded like they might have been wrapping up the call. That's kind of how it sounded when he said it. And he basically said, if you have trouble deciding between me or Trump, you ain't black.
And I don't see nothing wrong with that statement.
Because, like, majority of the people in this country who hate Trump are who?
I don't even understand that part.
Probably black people, if not Hispanics.
I would say Hispanics and Mexicans and everybody else, to be honest with you.
Hispanic, because, I don't know, it's kind of hard to get a feel for if black people hate Trump or not. Because if you look into some of the numbers, Trump has actually done some good stuff for black people while he's been in office.
I'm telling you. So when you start,
so it's kind of hard to I could definitely feel Hispanics hating him because he's like trying to like, I don't want you guys in this country at all. He's been doing that since he got here. But black unemployment rate is the lowest it's been in a very, very long time. And Obama was president, and Obama didn't even have it that low. And I'm not trying to throw shade on Obama. I'm just trying to give a little credit to Trump where it's due. So it's kind of hard to get a feel for whether black people hate him or not.
And when it comes down to even that, you know, I want people to also understand that it was in a process when Obama was exiting his campaign.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that, like, a lot of the things that people would give credit to Trump for doing were stuff that started towards the end of Obama's presidency, or his second term, the end of his second term. But because of the way politics works, it's been taking this long to come into effect.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean Trump did it. Trump 100%. Just happens to be president while it's happening. You know what I mean?
And then he gets to sit back and talk negative about all of the stuff that didn't work.
Exactly.
Which people who don't understand politics feed into all of these things.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at a lot of the headlines, if you don't watch the whole video, see, media and social media understands that the powers that be understand that the attention span is short.
Very.
So if I put a title on a video, nine times out of 10, people take the title of the video as to what the video is without even watching the whole video.
Yeah, which is what they did with Trump. They're doing it now with Joe Biden. A lot of other stuff.
If you've known Joe Biden, and this is what's so crazy to me, if you know Joe Biden, this is how he talks.
He talks like that, man.
He did this for 8 years. Like,
while he was vice president under Obama.
He talks like this. This is him. He curses. He talk trash. That's who Joe Biden is.
He doesn't talk perfectly proper English. Like, that's how he is.
That's how he is. Like, so I thought it was even funny. They tried to bring up a case of sexual harassment case or something.
Yep, I saw that.
And the response was so funny to me. They was like, well, if you think he did this, don't you think it would have came out when he was with Clinton? Yeah. Come on, man. When he was with Obama. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they scrutinized and checked everything the first time.
That's usually how this stuff goes, man. Because when Obama was president, right? Obama basically didn't really have anything on his record, and I don't know if you remember, what people started to do was try to say he was Muslim.
Yeah, they look for something.
They look for stuff like that, and they're gonna do the same with Biden. They would have done it when he was president with Obama. So it's like now, I mean, unless he's done something crazy since recently, nothing's gonna pop up. They would have found it. They had 8 years to find it. They're not gonna find it now.
Like, what we gonna try to find out that he's a racist now? Like, come on, bro. Like, we trying to find out that he's arrogant now? Like,
yeah.
But this is what happens when you don't follow politics. Anybody who has heard Joe Biden speak before is not shocked by this interview. But it got such a big deal because of how they narrated or how they titled the interview clip.
And they act like he's the only president who speaks this way.
Not only that, I'm looking at the clip now, and in the clip says, Joe Biden apologizes for saying black voters considering Donald Trump ain't black. And me and Cicero just watched the video.
We watched the video.
And
he didn't apologize
not one time.
He said it like he meant it.
On top of that, the video is 1 minute and 30 seconds. The interview was over 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, come on, people. You can't watch one part of an interview
and think the whole thing is like that.
No, man. So, hey, I ain't telling y'all who I'm voting for, but shout out to Joe Biden.
Shout out to Joe Biden. I think because I'll be deep on Twitter sometimes, just looking for news and stuff like that. I think young people really wanted Bernie Sanders to win.
I wanted Bernie Sanders to win, but I feel like Bernie just is so old that it's hard for him to get that chance, and it's hard for him to get those type of votes and following. But Bernie, to me, seems to be the one who's more experienced, more knowledgeable, and has more of a better resume.
Yeah, he has a better resume. I think he was slowly finding, because he is old. I'm not trying to say he elderly, but he's like in his 80s already. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think it's time that America has, I don't want to say a new generation president, but a president where the younger people can relate to a lot more. And that's what I think Obama really succeeded at. Trump doesn't really relate to anybody. Bernie's old, but Bernie was finding ways to slowly relate to the younger generation. He was looking out for some of the more interests, some of the interests that they wanted. He would be getting on IG Live with Cardi B and be talking about stuff like that. So even though he was old, he was making an attempt to, kind of get good with the young generation. And I think the young people like that. And that's kind of when they wanted him in office. Even though Joe Biden is not 80 years old, he's an old face. He's been around for a long time. And people don't really want to see that old face again. So I think that's why people really wanted Sanders in office. So it's going to be interesting to see when November comes around if the young generation is going to wake up and realize they need to vote this time, because that's why Trump won last time, because they decided not to vote. And people think their vote doesn't matter. Maybe your one vote obviously does not matter, but it's like you all vote, it will matter.
And I think that's the problem, because there's so many people who don't really take the time to learn or want to have interest in. They say stuff like, oh, they're going to put in who they want and
Which is not true, no.
All of this stuff. Okay, if that was the case, how did Obama get in?
I was just about to say that. I don't think they wanted to put Obama in office.
I say that all the time,
and I don't
want to. Everybody who comes to me and says, they're going to put in who they want, our votes don't matter, you're probably part of the reason why we're in the predicament.
If that was the case, Mitt Romney would have been president. I forgot who Obama went against the first time, but Obama would not have been president if that's how they wanted it to, because the Senate still is not very fond of black people running the country.
Exactly.
They're just not. That's just how it is. It's pretty much always been that way. It's going to be that way for a while. We need to get a few more black people in office. We need to get a woman in office or stuff like that to start changing. And until you people start voting, that stuff will not happen. We're going to keep getting Trumps. We're going to keep getting presidents like that in office.
And I'm going to apologize for Cicero for saying you people, since everybody's so simple now.
Yeah. Everyone. Everybody from everywhere. You know what I mean?
But yeah, man, like I said, we want to know what you guys think, so leave a comment. And me and Cicero will be back with another M&O hot topic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, been doing this for 2 years, don't tell me I'm impatient. Compare me to Ross and I'm LeBron in my generation. I'm only second to the MJ of my town. Purple rain weather, I'm the prince of the crown.